Hello, Younique family. Welcome to a very, very exciting and important meeting for the organization. You have the full breadth of many, many parts of the organization, the sales team, our communication team, our field development agents here to support all of you in this incredible training that our CEO, Derek, will be conducting momentarily. We want to welcome you, and on behalf of all of the regions, the Latin region, the European region, the North America region, we welcome you to this historical Zoom training and Facebook Live. We have literally thousands of you that are on, and you're shouting yourself out, you're saying where you're from. We can see almost 1,000 of you that have tuned in on Zoom. We can see almost 1,000 of you that are watching it streamed from Facebook. We have people who will be answering your chats and answering your message, both on Zoom as well as on Facebook. So we will be covering all of your comments and all of your questions in many, many different capacities. If you watch this on the replay, feel free to still comment on Facebook and we will answer your questions. With that, we're awfully excited. We're awfully excited to turn the time over to our CEO, Derek Maxfield, who will be training us today.
Thank you, Tori. And I'm joined on this by so many of us here at corporate. I hope you can see some of their little tiles and their smiling faces. We shared a little pre-live text message, and it was like we were getting emotional over text just because of how excited we are. You know, I'm going to try to be brief. It's probably going to go at, maybe 25 to 30 minutes here, but we think it'll be worth your time. I mean, for a comp plan nerd and the CEO that I am, this is like literally Christmas morning, right? That feeling of you spend months and months and months on something, and then it's upon you. Ever since I came back as the CEO, this was a high priority project. So this is the culmination of 7 months worth of work here. I can't wait to show it to you. So I'm just going to dive right in. And as Tori said, feel free to ask questions on the thread. Some of your questions may get answered. And what I'm certain of is you won't be able to fully digest all of it right now here today. That's okay. We've trained your leaders in depth. We've trained the corporate staff in depth. We're all here to answer your questions as we roll this out over the coming months, because in case you haven't heard, everything I'm showing you today goes live June 1st. June 1st, it all goes live. Also, I should mention, especially for those of you that have been with the company for a number of years, nothing that I'm showing you today is temporary. These aren't bonuses that are temporarily in place. This is the new unique pay plan. So how's that for some build up, Tori? Now I'm going to share my screen. Let's do it. I want somebody to confirm to me that it's coming through okay as I go into presentation mode here. How am I looking?
Derek, it looks super shiny from our end, ready to go.
May 18th, 2022 is a day that's going to go down in infamy as the day that I revealed the new compensation plan to all of you, our beloved presenters. And I'm going to take the approach of trying to make sure everyone, wherever you are in your journey with Younique, can understand how this affects you. So let's dive in. I am a bit of a comp plan nerd, I will admit. Prior to Younique, I built and managed back office tools as well as comp plans for many, many billions of dollars worth of other direct sales companies. Well before I ever imagined I would start my own direct sales company, I was a comp plan nerd. And I'll tell you one thing, actually, though, this will be kind of sentimental to me. It's a lot different when you're analyzing nodes and rows in a spreadsheet than when you're analyzing lives and people's families. And that is why this by far is the most exciting compensation plan change I've ever been a part of. And if I may be so bold, it's the most, I guess, biggest enhancement in pay that I've ever seen personally in my whole career. So let's do it. Let's do it. I began this project 8 months ago, like I said, with some help of some really smart people, including many of you. And before the project started, I had 9 years of Younique under my belt to help me build this list. Now, this is an eye chart. I'm sure many of you are out and about today on your phones and you're now trying to pinch zoom here. But these are the 10 objectives that I had for the compensation plan. And if you want to take a screenshot so you can soak them in later, because I don't want to go through each one, but these were objectives that I had prior to even starting the research. And I feel that we accomplished all of these objectives except number 5, which says modernize and rebrand compensation plan status, names, and terminology. We actually chose intentionally to hold on changing, what we call any statuses or changing very much of the terminology so that you could then take it in as it is today with the color statuses. And so as a part of a comprehensive brand refresh, you can expect changes coming to branding and terminology, not to the pay itself, not to this, like how you qualify for these statuses. This is coming and it's staying. All right. These are the goals. So how did we do it? I took this approach. I'm just going to put all this out here again on the screen for you to soak it in. Basically, this is my way of saying we didn't take this lightly. And it was not just me coming up with some changes. This was done in partnership with some of the best industry experts and then of course with you, our presenters. We did extensive amounts of survey work, data analysis. With all those years behind us, right? We could analyze sort of what happens to your pay as you do certain behaviors and as you hit certain milestones and or as you reach certain parts of our compensation plan to date that may be harder for you to advance. And then of course we did the soft approach, the qualitative approach as well, and just hearing and listening to many of you. We really appreciate your feedback, your patience over the years. As an example, here's just one example. For those of you that have been with Younique, how long have you heard about teal status? How long has teal status been a thing, right? Well, teal status is actually coming to fruition now on June 1. But you, our presenters, have been telling us about this need to have another step between blue and green for I don't know how long, 4 years at least. So we are here ready to be bold and really double down on what the Younique opportunity is. We want to be the most lucrative and attractive beauty social selling opportunity in the world. Okay, I'm going to say that again. We want to be the most lucrative and attractive beauty social selling opportunity in the world. We will lead out again for all other direct sales companies, and not just direct sales, by the way. If I could, for just a minute, just kind of go off on a tangent here. The gig economy, right? That phrase that we all heard of, this side hustle that exists out there, right? It exists in so many forms, Uber, right? So many other forms. The gig economy, meaning people don't just have a 9-to-5 job. They have side hustles. They have side gigs. Well, with this new pay plan, I am convinced that Younique is the ultimate gig. We are the ultimate side hustle here. And that is, and you'll see, we made side hustle paths for however you want to run your business. If you want to join Younique and start selling, I have something groundbreaking to show you today just on the selling part of our compensation plan. So I'll stop the build up. I'll keep going here. How about I give you a couple minutes here to soak in. This is a result of the feedback. And again, I'm sorry that it's probably small on some of your screens. On the right, you'll see representative quotes. But those quotes didn't go up on there just because 1 or 2 people said them to us. These are quotes that are categorizing many of you saying the same thing. And you'll see the first 3 pain points essentially say the same thing. And that is the early earning opportunity in Younique. You join Younique, as you all know, you're a white status presenter. And currently, right, you can advance to yellow and then to pink and to blue and beyond. The main pain point, the main feedback point is this early earning opportunity for these awesome, loyal presenters that are in those exemplary and entry stages. This compensation plan, first and foremost, is for you. The majority of the investment, and this is a big financial investment, by the way, the majority is targeted at you, the yellow, pink, blue status presenters. And I mean anyone who has ever hit those statuses. If you're yellow today, if you hit pink 4 years ago and you're still with us and you're still loyal, let me tell you, this change is for you. So let's dive in. Any questions so far, Tori?
No questions. There have been a lot of comments that people can't see the screen, and I'm actually glad to see those comments coming through, because it's a good moment to say this whole presentation will be available to you, and you'll be able to rewatch it maybe on a desktop if reading all of the text is important. But don't worry too much if you can't see this on your phone. Derek's hitting on the really key highlights, and you can go back and study all of this if you want, but we really want to empower you to just sit and absorb and hear the message. And you can always go back. So don't worry too much if you can't read everything that's on the screen.
Thank you, Tori. That's an important thing. And I'll also say this, right? This is kind of a long live here, right? So with the launch on June 1st, we are going to release a series of more targeted videos. There will be what we would call a sizzle video, right? That's going to be short and to the point, right? Where we're just trying to market the opportunity here. We want to be bold to the world, to you, our presenters. And so don't feel like this is your one opportunity for you to hear about it. We are going to talk about it. We're going to shout it from the rooftops. But this is for all of you out there who want to try to soak in all the little nuts and bolts. I'm going to give them to you. There's going to be nuts and bolts spewing from my mouth here. So that's the first thing. And my second thing, actually, Tori, before I click, because when I push this little button, you are going to see in all its glory the new compensation plan. And I want to be really upfront about something. The amazing Whitney husband 2 days ago asked something in one of our top leader groups. She said, Derek, you know what? If you don't want to address this, that's okay, right? But there's been some posts out there about how I came back as the CEO and I'm giving up my salary. And that is true, right? But then there was some people saying, yeah, but there's got to be more to it, right? Maybe there's some other things happening, because yes, we do actually live in a world where sometimes we make a bigger marketing deal out of something than it really is. And there's been some CEOs that say they take $1 for their salary, but but then you find out that they got a bonus that was a couple $1 million, right? And so we haven't been really bold yet about sharing our cause giving side, but I just want to say this before we start. All money generated from Younique is going to charitable causes. Shalane and I will not be financially enriched one penny. Now, I'll be spiritually and emotionally very enriched by this journey that I'm on with you, but financially, zero. And I know that's almost hard to believe, but we've been blessed so much that it's just time for us to give back. And if I may be so bold, why did I say this right now, right before I click on the next slide? Because yes, I think this compensation plan is going to set us up for success. But first and foremost, the give back starts with you. Starts with you. So I've made some decisions throughout my career with Younique that didn't always make financial sense in a boardroom. And honestly, this is one of them. If you could see the financial investment, how much more we will be paying, there would be some people in a boardroom that would have a big gulp go down their throat, but I'm excited about it. So to give back first to you and then do all of our social good. So here we go. Here we go. I'm going to push it, Tori. I'm going to push this button and you're going to start squinting. All of you are going to start to look at this. So again, I'll keep saying it. Don't feel like you got to take this all in, because this is literally a nerd's paradise here that we're seeing here, right? This is like rows and columns. This is the way my brain thinks. But up top, you see the qualifications for our statuses. And I'm going to walk you through those changes. In the middle, you see our new pay plan. Our new pay plan by bonus type, by things that already exist and new things that do not exist today that are coming now. And then down on the bottom, you see two very important bonuses that I mentioned earlier. If you're a yellow status presenter, pink status presenter, blue status presenter out there, I can't wait to show you those two bottom boxes down there. Okay, but first, let's go through it step by step. So here we go. I'm going to first focus on our statuses. There were 8, then there were 9, now there's 12. I think it's 12. Somebody correct me if that's not right. But you probably heard, but I'm going to highlight it here. 2 brand spanking new statuses, coral and teal. Coral is a new status in between yellow and pink. Teal is a new status in between blue and green. There's a new category. So previously, exemplary was the status title that we gave to pink and blue. Now there's a new exceptional category for coral and pink. I can't wait to congratulate all of you out there that are going to be the first ever coral status presenters in the history of Younique. How do you hit coral? How do you hit coral? In June, sell 250 personal retail sales, have 1,000 in company wholesale, and have at least 1 qualified first level. So I won't go through every status, but that's how you read those qualifications over on the left. And coral is a new status that will give you that milestone as you're getting started with Younique, and frankly, give you a lot better and enhanced financial rewards as you advance early in your journey with Younique. Teal now falls into exemplary with blue, right there. And yellow, let's focus for a minute on yellow. Yellow has always been what we call a lifetime status. That's meaning yellow was tied exclusively to your lifetime personal retail sales. Originally in Younique, it was 1,000. And then a few years ago, we changed it to 500. Well, now yellow is like the other statuses above yellow. It's a monthly, every month you can be paid as yellow. And that is a very simple requirement of 125 personal retail sales. So it is no longer a lifetime achievement. It is a monthly achievement. And I'll show you in a minute what the new pay plan is for yellow, because I think that you're going to like it. All right, that is it. The important thing for you to see here and all this circles here, this is just pointing out that besides coral, teal, and yellow that I just outlined, none of the other statuses are changing in how you qualify for them. So that was important to me. We didn't move the goalposts and then give you a new way to get paid. The way you get qualified as the statuses has stayed the same. We just made a new pay plan that's tied to those statuses. So let's show you what that is. Anything yet, Tori? Anybody on the call? Anything that I should address?
I don't think so. We're in great shape.
All right, I'm going to start stepping line by line through the pay plan, through how you get paid with Younique. First and foremost, we all know retail royalties, as we've called them. They're often called the retail commission, right? This is the money that we pay to your Pay Quicker accounts after you hit a certain threshold of sales. And we, of course, have been a pioneer in instant payments, right? We don't make you wait until the end of the month. We pay you 3 hours after the sale. Well, how this has historically been paid is you start getting paid 25% at yellow and 30% at green. And green, as you know, that's a big milestone, right? Not a lot of people accomplish hitting green. That's when you get invited to come to Unified. That's when you become, a high level leader in Younique and you break away from the circle of your upline. But our retail royalties, retail commissions are no longer tied to status. This is really important that you understand this. No longer tied to yellow or green. They are tied solely and exclusively to how much you personally sell every month. That means that you yellow status presenters could potentially earn up to 40% on your personal retail sales. Now, it's important that I point out that the base commission, the base that we pay on the instant, has gone down to 20, right? That formerly that would go to 25 and stay there. And so that has changed, but the upside, the opportunity for all presenters, including yellow, has gone way up, and it's simply tied to that little table that you see there. As you reach 500, it's 25. As you reach 1,000, it's 30%. As you reach 2,500, it's 35%. And if you sell 5,000 or more, which I will acknowledge, that's a big deal, right? Not a lot of people can do that. But as you do that, you can earn 40% commission, independent of whether you choose to sponsor and have a team and try to hit statuses. That's a big deal. That is a side hustle. That is a social selling opportunity. And so much to say on that, but I think that pretty much summarizes it. Any questions on that topic? All right.
Not questions, but jaw drop.
Yeah.
Jaw drop, Derek.
Well, I'm happy to hear that, because that was the desire, and so let's keep going. Fast start first level royalties. That's a mouthful with lots of hyphens. But again, yellow status presenters, you know what I'm talking about, right? Pink status presenters, right? You know what I'm talking about. You work hard, you sponsor, and you have to get all the way to pink. In our current compensation plan, you have to get all the way to pink to get a circle, and that's 3% on your circle. I acknowledge that at times that could feel like a lot of effort for a smaller financial reward. Well, this fast start first level royalty, it takes on that head on. Again, independent of status. Independent of status, right? If you're black status and you're on the wall of influence, or you're yellow status, if you sponsor and activate, look at what you can get paid on your first level. Anywhere between 5%, that starts on the first dollar of fast start, And again, this isn't your fast start. This is those that you sponsor. So this is available to all presenters, for those of you that have been with us for years or for someone who signed up yesterday. On the first fast start dollar, you start making 5%. We pay it at the end of the month, and you can earn 10, 15, or even 20%. So as you activate and sponsor, huge earning opportunity here, huge. I'm super excited about this one. And again, I'll try not to go on forever just because I'm excited, but that's kind of the long and the short of it. Any questions there, Tori?
No.
All right.
Great.
Let's keep going. Okay.
Eric, if you could clarify that the fast start is still the same, because somewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This is not changing. That's a great point for me to clarify, Anna. The fast start program itself is not changing. So the Y cash and the actual cash that the new presenter can earn and the sponsor can earn, that all stays in place. That is there. The fast start restart is ending at the end of this month. That's a side note. But fast start program is staying. This is simply a new bonus to get paid as a sponsor when you sponsor others. And they are in their fast start period, which is 90 days. All right. Circle royalties is not new. What's new is we are increasing the percentage. For pink, blue, teal, you're getting a higher percentage, and coral gets what pink used to get. So this is a big deal. And then we're normalizing it. Teal and above all get 5%. And you'll see why in just a minute. But teal and above, everyone gets 5% on their circle. This is a big deal to those of you that are building a team. And you'll see it in some of the examples as you start to crunch the numbers on our new compensation plan. All right. I am super excited for these next two lines. These next two lines here. Now, again, I said this at the beginning, but I want to say it because it might be hard to believe. We've done advancement bonuses here and there. Sometimes we do a pink advancement bonus or a blue advancement bonus. Sometimes we've done paid as bonuses. These are permanent additions to our pay plan, and every status pink and above will get a paid as status, or sorry, paid as bonus. So that's that second line there. Starts at $50 at pink, goes up, all the way up, and at black status, it's $1,500, but you can see all of those dollar amounts there. And this is true paid as. And so if you've been with Younique for a few years and your recognized status, your highest achieved status is blue, but you get paid as pink, you still get the pink paid as bonus. Now, the line above it stacks on top of the paid as, and that's when you advance to a new status. If you advance to a new status in that month, you get the advancement bonus. And these can be very lucrative. It's right. I mean, if you go all the way to green, look at that. $500 for advancing to green, but wait, the $250 adds to that. So if I'm teal and I advance to green, I actually get $750 in just these two bonuses because I get the 500 advancement and the 250 paid as. But you know, and I got to say it again, but wait, this might be one of the more jaw-dropping comments of the day. If you are in your fast start period, meaning your first 4 months of Younique, so you sign up and then the next 3 months, advancement bonuses double. So I figure the only way to really show that is to give a real world example. So look at this little example that I made here. In this hypothetical example, a new presenter joined Younique in May, and she was a rock star and she got out of the gate strong. Now, set aside all the new opportunity that she has with the retail royalties, with the fast start first level. All of that I already talked about. Right now, I'm only talking about status advancing. So her first month, she gets to pink. And then in June, she advances to blue. In July, she advances to our new teal status. And then in August, she advances to green status. This has happened many times. Oh, by the way, we've had people double or triple promote, right? So this is, and yes, these do stack. But in this example, one status every month. You can see the advancement and the paid as, but what I said was, since she's in her sign up month plus the next 3 months for fast start, those advancement bonuses double. Look at them apples right there. Look at them apples. If you can see my tiny screen, I'm going to click it one more time. In advancement and paid as bonuses alone, not, you're right. She'll also get the retail and the fast start and the circle and all those other bonuses. In advancement bonuses alone, we're talking about 2,500 in US dollars. So I wish I was in some kind of environment that I could see their faces, Tori.
I think that deserves a pause.
Okay, well,
because there are a lot of jaws that have dropped. And Derek, I know you're focused on your presentation, but I know you will go back, as you always do, and read all of these comments, because it's a pretty incredible moment right now to see as existing presenters what they can now go and do to recruit, and the real earning power that they can talk about during the fast start period during the first 90 days of the business.
I'm so glad to hear that, Tori, because there's like, you know, if I could encourage two main takeaways, my two main takeaways for today would be, if you've been here with Younique and you're ready to sponsor and sell again, the opportunity for you is so much higher financially. Like, I'm excited for all of you loyal presenters that have been with us for so many years. I'm excited for your loyalty to pay off in this way. That's the first takeaway. My second takeaway is, I really hope this becomes an attraction tool. I really hope you can sponsor because others see this for what it is, an amazing social selling opportunity. So those two should be kind of our main takeaways. And we're going to continue to train on all the nuts and bolts all throughout the next couple of months and at convention. So please come to convention, and there will be lots more coming on this. All right. And you know, I'm going to go over this part really briefly, not because it's not important, but because we've already spent a fair amount of time with our greens and aboves. And so I'm sure there are many greens and above on this call. You can go back and watch that one that we did, or you can take it in here. But our generational payments are paying richer and deeper than ever before. We reversed paying on our generations. So there is no more breakaway takeaway. And if you don't know what that term means, it's because it hasn't happened to you yet. And I'm very proud to say it can't happen to you now with our new compensation plan. If you become a leader in Younique and you help someone else also get to green status, there's no more drop in your pay that could potentially happen, because 5% on your circle, 5% on your first generation. You are very much incentivized as a leader to help others also become a leader. I'm super excited about that. I'm excited for purple status getting paid on 3rd gen. I'm excited for black status getting paid on 4th gen. And I'm excited to pay all the way down to 5 generations for our executive, our newly minted executive wall of influence status presenters. All right, Tori, I'm bringing it home. I'm landing this plane, as we heard from our speaker that's going to come back to us again, but I'm landing this plane only because I want all of you to have time to share and disseminate and to take it in. This is the new compensation plan in all of its glory. Here's some of the bottom line things. I'm actually going to jump ahead and I'm going to make this my final slide, Tori. Here's the final slide. This is a reinvestment because, oh, I will say one thing that I didn't address, that I forgot to address. There's so many positive things. There is one bonus currently known as the car bonus that is changing very dramatically. The car bonus, as you know it today, will not be paid in that same way. It is now being very much replaced by everything that you saw: fast start, first level wholesale, paid as bonus. In fact, anyone paid as green and above gets a 250 or much higher paid as bonus that more than offsets what the car bonus was. The car bonus was tied to old requirements, and it kind of just didn't make sense in our current social selling environment. So I'm happy to say that the car bonus has been reinvested in all these things that you see today. And I'm very confident in saying that the opportunity of this new pay plan crushes what we had in our previous one. And you can see it right here. These are the averages, okay? Some of you could see higher. Some of you, of course, can see lower. But on average, pink, blue, green, orange, purple, black, you see them all here. These are the average pay increases. Right now, with what's going on in the world and inflation and all the pressures that you're feeling on your families, I'm sure this is a welcome sight, as well as just the opportunity that we will be for so many new women, new people to join Younique and take advantage of our pay plan. And that is my conclusion, Tori. Super excited for the opportunity and for the chance that I could personally explain it to all of you today.
Eric, before you just wrap up with your, thank you to everyone. A lot of our presenters are saying, so now what, right this minute? Do we wait to sponsor? What happens in the next 14 days? When does this go live? Can I exit and rejoin the business? Can I share this publicly? Will you just share a few comments on generally the next 2 weeks and then June 1st and how they can talk about this and share this?
Yes, that's I'm really glad that you caught that thread because that's an important one. I personally, and I really mean this, there is no incentive whatsoever for you to hold on anything, because what you want to do is go into June with some momentum. If you say you sponsored someone today, they will, of course, be still in their fast start in 14 days from now when June starts. And the timing will be perfect for you to start having that fast start wholesale on your first level. Right? And so I would encourage everyone to use this. It is not confidential. Shout it from the rooftops. Use this as an attraction tool and use this as your own personal motivation to get yourself excited to reactivate in your business. And I think that the opportunity for those of you who are already familiar with Younique is just at an all-time high right now. So right now really is the time to activate. And again, run your business how you want to. If you like what you saw with the retail royalties and you think, boy, I can, right? I can push myself. I can get to the 30, 35%, maybe even 40%, then go for that. If you like what you saw with some other parts of the compensation plan, now is the time. It's a huge opportunity. And yes, it is launching on June 1. You'll see all of these new volumes being shown in your back office.
Well, Derek, I know I speak on behalf of all of the teams, Anna, Christine, Natalie, all of the teams within the organization, when I say thank you for giving us this comp plan. Thank you for your leadership as our CEO. Thank you for your vision. And it is true, we were all a bit emotional watching you join during that countdown video with a full understanding. We fully understand what this means for our company right now. It is not being dramatic to say this is a pivotal moment for our organization right now, because we know what it means for all of you. We know what it means for all of your families, and we know what it means for you as women and men, but as women who have a desire to grow and strengthen yourself and what you're bringing to the table and what you're contributing to this world, and going after your dreams and doing everything that you want to do in this world. And this plan right here makes it possible for you to do that at Younique. We will come to you where you are. And so on behalf of the organization, thank you so much for joining. We love you. We acknowledge everything that you do to contribute good in this world. And we will sign off. Your teams, your leaders are well prepared to answer your questions, to coach you on this beautiful compensation plan. And we cannot wait for June 1st. It cannot be here soon enough. Thanks, everyone.
You said it better, Tori. That was perfect. Signing off. Thank you, everybody.